So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So, if you are looking for information to develop your meditation practice and a calm, quiet, comfortable, happy life. So mostly with our sessions, we try to share information related to that subject. So you can join with us from Facebook or YouTube, and at the same time, we have ongoing Zoom classes. So let me get connected with the other network. We're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to become very clear with this techniques or the meditation, and how this meditation can help for us to develop our inner wisdom. Because sometimes we have our own theories, methods, and believing system, and we have our own schooling and educational system, which we more trust and believe. And then once we hold it to some kind of views regarding our own inner experience, and sometimes you are not capable to release your mind itself. So when it comes to meditation here, it's nothing that you gain from outside. It's nothing that you're going to go from here to another place somewhere, exist that in a very kind of like a very sacred and in a very peaceful environment. The very meaning and the very purpose of meditation, just bring your attention to yourself and be aware about your own moment of experience. Not developing any dogmas or the believings or the followings inside us. Because sometimes when it comes to the world, and sometimes well-educated people criticize that observing and following this their own mind, because they're so into theories and believing systems. They so disconnect from themselves. So it is up to you, it is your choice yourself. Look into you and see what you want out of it, or that how you can gain this, or where you go through this practice. Because when it comes to meditation in a certain level, we can share the information. We can't teach. It's not the kind of like, oh, I am teacher, you are students. This is not kind of like that. This is more just sharing the experience and allowing you and make you kind of like familiar and giving you a very comfort zone yourself to work with your own mind. So work with your own mind doesn't mean you bring your own thought patterns and just become busy with thinking. No, just you settle down and you become more aware about the moment of happening and recognizing it with very clear mind. But that very simple techniques sometimes become very complicated when we bring too much interpretations, or when we bring too much words, like everything very simple things, and kind of like how long explanations. So yourself, that's why through practice what you gain. Remember, sometimes it is very difficult for you to verbalize. You can do it. You have to have a kind of like a very clear, sharp understanding. So when it comes to life, that there is nothing that especially happening personally for us. That whatever happens inside you, happening to all other people around this world, and it used to happen from this point to past, wherever the beginning or all this existence. And from this point and eons by eons forward, that all the people going to experience that you and me go through today. There's no any difference, or there's no kind of like something only me. We are just a part of this environment. So when it comes to change is very natural. But ourselves, and another thing is the suffering. So what the Buddha taught that that the early teachings, that the life is suffering. So then life is suffering, and understanding and accepting it itself is the way to get out of the suffering. It's kind of like in the middle of the tornado, that there is no turbulence. So once you accept life is suffering, you get out of the suffering because you see it, you understand it, you be with it. So, but why, even though that knowledge is there, when it comes to life, this is the thing with us. Sometimes we know, I know how things are, but sometimes in me, I'm not convinced that. I know things, but in me, it's different. That's how we think. I know it is there. Oh, I know it's going to happen. But for me, no, it's not for me. It's for me, something else. So that's how we always think. No. But the thing is that it's that how you understand this nature and accept it, and knowingly that that what you know is just not only a kind of like a intellectual information. It's a experience. So once you come to that level, is your life going to become more and more and more flexible. It's kind of like the way that we have always in our mind, we go with plans. Our mind already set up with the self-centered mind. We have opinion. It should be this way, it should be that way, like that. We always like that. And it's still the same. And maybe for the tomorrow also the same. We go with plans. And that plans itself bring the struggle and the fight with things. And that's how we don't want to accept the change. We don't want to accept the kind of like the suffering. We always try to go with our plan. And then that plan depends on our own comfort zone. So you always get secure with the comfort zone. And then itself, that itself creates a struggle. So how about you? There's a way that you can go without a plan. How about that? You can go with the plan, and then you have preconditioned mind, and you have to have a struggle with whatever comes to you in front of you tomorrow to make it happen the way you want. And then you may become so comfortable with that struggle, that kind of lifestyle. And then you will keep repeating it. So then, but how about this? You come out of the mind and you have no plan. Still you go for tomorrow, and whatever come to you, and according to that situation, you do your best. How about that? If you have that will inside, that is where your awareness become more sharp and clear moment by moment. Why? Because moment by moment, you have to recognize what is in front of you. You have no plans. And you are very free from your conditioned mind. And that itself bring the highest ability of human mind. That is something. So then remember, in this journey, that is what you need to develop. But the thing is, from childhood to now, through many ways, even from our own past memories, we are already in a kind of like a setup program. We have a blueprint to do things the way we want. And out of that blueprint, or out of that box, or out of that lines, we don't want anything else. But when it comes to the very reality of life, it has no plan. It doesn't have any structure. It all happened according to the cause and conditions. That each and cause and conditions that itself changing. And that change bring the ability for us to face for the life. But when it come to us, when we take it as a challenge, what will happen? Because we take the change as a challenge. Look carefully. Try to digest it to yourself and see what that means. We don't take the change as opportunity. We don't take the change as to be new. We don't take the change as an invitation to be open. We always take the change as a challenge. That itself brings the resistance to inside it. And when you take, it doesn't matter the good or bad, because the very nature of the environment is the change. So now slowly build up the structure. Just imagine the nature, the very nature itself go with the change, and the change bring the life. But when it comes to us, we take it as a challenge. So once you have the challenge, once you take it as a challenge, what happens? It triggers all the greed, hatred, delusion, envy, unbalance, unhappiness, worry, unsatisfaction, stress, anxiety, this kind of everything inside us. So that also natural. That is the thing that you have to understand. That also natural. It's not only for you. But the thing is, there is another part of that natural mechanism. Because once you take the change as an opportunity and you are ready to go without a plan, even you have a plan, you are ready to change it, give up it, and just blend with the moment and do your best. And then what will happen? As a result of that, you gain the comfort, satisfaction, contentment. That also the part of natural process. So then you have to understand, when we suffer with something, when we have the struggle, anger with something, when we go with the hatred or the jealousy with something, when we have the craving towards something, you have to recognize that you took the improfitable path. That's it. And once you recognize that, you can give up that path or give up that choice and come back to other side. So the other side also always available for you. It's not kind of like, oh, you have done this, now you can't do that. No, it's not like that. It's always available for you anytime when you are ready. That newness is there each and every moment. But at the same time, repetition also there each and every moment. So it is your conscious choice. So it's not the conscious choice, the both. When you are not conscious regarding the very place wherever you are, as who you are, when you are not conscious with the moment, what happens? You always have to go with the pattern or the methods that always bring unprofitable result. But when you become conscious, in that very moment, you take the path of newness. So the beginning of the newness is consciousness. settling down. So the meditation is a method or the technique that you develop that again and again and again inside you. And sometimes people say, oh, people, to talk about me, all living beings be well and happy. Oh, people talk about all the good things, but nothing going to happen. No, it's not about when you wish me all living beings be well and happy. It's not about that creating the very nice, comfortable environment outside world. No, but it will really change the very entire head to toe, this entire chemical system within ourselves. It is a one, the thoughts, as we know, the thoughts are kind of like the best medicine for us to get healed. And the other thing is, you are not separate from this environment. So you are the very result of the environment. So when you get healed within yourself, you're going to give the best contribution from you to the world. So it is not about kind of like you go and do something for others. It's about deeply how you can fix this within yourself. Because what you think you become by the time. So that's why developing this mechanism day by day, and understanding and being with it and settling down with it and become free from our own preconditioned mind and get out of the plans ahead and having a very flexible mind to go with whatever the situation in front of us, giving you the best ability. And when it comes to all the moral disciplines, ethics in life, this all, why you need the moral or the ethics rules to yourself. If you are the same person, if you don't do anything new, if you continue the same thing each and every day, you don't need any moral disciplines. You don't need any ethics, because you're not going to go out of that the way of life. But you need the morals, you need the human ethics. When you try to become new, or when you try to moderate your life, or when you transform from this to another level, that is where you need the moral and the ethics. And you get the secure and you get the balance out of the moral disciplines and the human ethics, fundamental human qualities. And that is where your transformation become more secure for yourself and for other living beings. And at the same time, you have the development, and at the same time, other people get the security, and you're not going to disturb them, and they feel so comfortable about you. But at the same time, you have your transformation. So otherwise, in Buddhism, there is no any teachings, just only belong to human ethics or the moral discipline. Only for that, we don't need to live for that. We just need to get the help out of it to have a very clear, secure transformation. So then remember, when we talk about the moral discipline and the human ethics, but if we don't bring the development to ourselves, that only, just words. But the real moral disciplines or the human ethics discipline records, really you can see how it works when you bring the transformation, when you bring the change, when you bring the development. So that is what we need. So for that, you need your own effort inside. So little by little, we have to uplift and develop it. And it takes slow journey. You don't need to just do it overnight. So just make it kind of like it as a part of life. You do other things, but at the same time, you develop this quality inside you also. So then by the time you will see slowly, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, all this perception that inside deeper with the awareness, you gain the clarity and it develop the direct perception. And more you tune to that, and then that's mean you more and more tune to the very natural wisdom rather than information or the rather than theories or the rather than go with thoughts. So very organic, that natural wisdom itself bring the connection and the heal to yourself, and it bring the comfort, and it bring the more trust, and it always take you to the profitable way of lifestyle. So that's how it works. So let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck, head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself 3 times and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. And take a moment and think, we gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. Detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. Allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it. Do nothing extra. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. And slowly get out of your inner conversation. Just try to recognize the sensation only through the sensation appear in front of your nose and upper lip area. Bring my attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, the stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chami sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami Idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless.